All right, guys. I'm noticing my first Shuri in our shard, which is pretty cool. She's not with Wakanda folks, so I doubt this will be that difficult, but I thought I would show just a little bit of what I'm doing whenever I see stuff like this. I will always go check the very first thing if I see a new character I've never fought before. What is her speed? 112. So that's pretty high. Anything over about 105, they're generally going to go pretty quick in comparison to a lot of other characters, especially protectors and whatnot. Um, but we need to look at her kit a little bit. So I've actually never really fought against her, at least not at a high level. You can see she has a chance to apply a heal block on her basic. I generally don't worry about healing large amounts, at least not in arena. So it's not going to be that big of a deal. And then 2 turns if it's a level 7, which I doubt it is. Um, Nothing really there to be worried about. So the interesting thing that she does do that's kind of new is she adds charge to people. And we haven't really seen this, but it only applies to Wakandan allies. And so she gives defense up to all allies, which is interesting with her special, which I don't know what it starts at. That'll be interesting. I gotta watch the turn order on her and see. I'm not that familiar with her kit. But she'll generate energy. She basically gives some buffs. She'll heal a little bit here and there. Um, this is one of those characters I look at that's a primary healer, like a Minerva or Night Nurse, and I guess Minerva is the exception, but generally a Pyro is going to be your counter or hard counter for them because they apply or he applies um, the heal block automatically, and it's to whoever happens to drop below 50% health, but it's only for 1 turn. However, that can do a lot. So she's going to do, let's see, repeat 2 times, repeat 3 times, repeat 4 times. I mean, that's a ton of healing. Um, so 3 times most likely is what the wolf has, and with the healing percentages and stuff, so it's going to be 15% probably max, or 15% of base health plus a couple hundred or whatever. And then if they're Wakandan, it clears a negative effect, but they aren't. So, and then you repeat. So that's interesting. It also doesn't say that it's limited to non-stun debuff. So I'd be interested to know if this actually removes stun. Because in the past, a lot of the debuffs, like for instance Groot or JJ, their buff remove or debuff removals do not affect um, stun. So that's always been kind of an interesting point. Can be a little difficult to get around that. But we got a Drax. He should be pretty easy to melt. We got a relatively low Magneto at 41k. I always thought his was higher. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. His Ronin is stupid. 6 red stars. We know that. And then you got Fury and Shuri. So I'm going to use instead, I think we're going to go with more control via vision for ability block and then potentially buff removal. So we'll start with that and see how this goes. So I do think this is a relatively weak team at 240k. A lot of his power is tied up in Ronin, who's relatively slow. He summons minions his first turn, so he's not going to do damage to you. And the only thing that's really powerful about him is his basic attack, but he doesn't do it that often, and it's not going to do that much to you. So she got speed up, I guess, from Fury, or maybe she gets it herself. I'm not sure. So the question is, there's no Juggernaut here actually to worry about. So I don't really need to do the. I do want to do this though because I need to kill Fury or do something with Fury. I might be able to burn through him actually. So let's do this. We'll go ahead and do the disrupt on him. Let's let's see. So we want her to do well. Actually, let's just go ahead and kill the minions so they don't steal buffs because I don't want my defense ups going away from the shield op taking them. And then let's see. I don't know what she's gonna do. They still have their defense up, so that's fine. Let's see if we can burn through Fury a little bit. He's got good health, but let's see if we can ability block him. Ooh, we didn't get it, but we did get it on Shuri, so we won't get to see what she does. That's fine. I don't have a way of clearing the blind right now, and the interesting thing is because Magneto goes so late, I totally forgot. I should have ability blocked Magneto. He goes so late because um, he doesn't have a Brotherhood with him. And then Ronan just removed the disrupt from Drax because Drax goes slower than Ronan. So that's interesting too. This is a really weird team. I don't know how to fight it. So this is the first time, so this is just research, right? That's how it goes. Let's get some blinds up. Maybe they'll save some damage, and let's see. Oh my god, forgot about the blind. My god. All right, let's blind them. Fuck them. See if we can at least do something here. So blind that Ronin. I always blind that Ronin on the turn 2. It usually helps. That didn't do a whole lot of damage. They got the heal up. That's okay. I'm pretty sure I can out damage these guys with Rocket Star Lord combo. There goes all their little guys. Shuri's almost dead. Um, he's still taunting. That's okay. We're gonna go ahead with or yeah, 4 charges on um, Juggernaut, but he's got slow too and disrupt too from somewhere. I don't know where the slow came from, but anyway, big charge here should kill Magneto. Oh, almost. And then Ronan's pretty low. I'm going to go ahead and finish Shuri so she doesn't heal up anybody, and then throw that offense down. Let's hit Ronan with the initial attack for a little more damage and let it chain to Magneto and kill him. And then we should be able to just burn Fury here now that he doesn't have defense up. He's pretty weak on his own. And then that should be it. This is a weird team, though. I mean, honestly, like its power is relatively low, so it's not going to be that difficult to kill. Um, you can see Shuri didn't do a whole lot here. She offered defense up and a little bit of healing, but nothing really incredible. I think, I mean, from what her kit shows, the bulk of her benefit is being a sustained healer in raids for a strictly Wakanda team, right? That's what it seems like to me. Clearing debuffs, getting that heal after heal after heal on the alt, generating ability energy for heroes. I mean, all of that is more like long-term sustain. For Arena, it's just, you know, a lot of these fights can be over by turn 2, so she doesn't really have that much benefit to the team for a long-term fight or for a short-term fight. From the long term, sure, yeah, she's probably amazing. I'd have to see a little bit more about her to know, but I just don't think she's that particularly great. Oh, sweet, Sabretooths. Awesome. All right, and I am still waiting for Minerva to hit these mega orbs here. I'm sitting on 14, about to get another one. Real close. I think she's gonna be in there pretty soon. Oh, hey, I got an Ultimus orb. I'll open that. See what we got. Oh, Night Nurse. Man, that's lame. And yeah, I'm not buying any more of these quantum energies. For a while there, I was buying them thinking they were for Minerva's tier 13, and I was wrong. Because they look similar, but they're not. Anyway, so yeah, that's Shuri in an arena fight with some other non-Wakandans. I would be really interested to see what it's like fighting a 5-man Wakanda team with Shuri on it. I think I'll look for one in Blitz if I can find it. I may record that separately and try a couple teams against it, but I just don't see her utility in arena defense. It's kind of fun though. I'm glad we'll put her up there. It's just kind of interesting to see, but unfortunately, she didn't really do a whole lot. So, that's how it goes, just like in the movies.